Yes guys, we are back with another Project Cars 3 video, and today we're jumping into the second half of the IndyCar Championship in the career mode. For those of you that haven't checked out the first two races of this 4-race championship, click the I button in at the top right corner, and you can see us race around Texas and Road America. Today we're going to be driving around Laguna Seca, the famous Laguna Seca track, and then the even more famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway oval track is the final race of this season. We're currently leading in at the championship. Hopefully we can bring it home. Let's get into the first race. So here we are then at Laguna Seca for race number 3 of the championship. For those of you that haven't seen any Project Cars 3 so far, they've basically got rid of qualifying on this game, so you have to go straight into the race, which means that you automatically start right in the middle of the field. So we're going to be starting in P17 once again. In terms of difficulty, yesterday at Road America, I think we had it on medium. We're going to bump it up to hard here because there are a lot more overtaking spots, and I'm also better at Laguna Seca than Road America. I remember driving here on the old Gran Turismo game, so I have a bit of experience around this track. We're just going to stick it on default for the tuning. One thing that is worth noting is you can purchase extra slots if you want to do your own custom setups, but I'm just going to stick with balance for this one. So here we go then. For the third race of this championship, we got a terrible start at Road America yesterday, which was our last standing start, and it looks as if it's the same again. Already down to 19th place. We're going to have to lunge it down the inside here. We're going to have to get the majority of our overtaking done on lap 1 because the AI are so much quicker from lap 2 onwards. We've already gained a good number of positions by the looks of it. We're going to get pushed out wide there, but already up to P12. Maybe get a couple more positions. No, we get squeezed out by these high aggression AI. We're going to maybe go for a lunge. No, that would have been a poor idea. As we're down to P13 now, as we get outbraked by the DHL liveried car. P13 up the hill towards the corkscrew. Oh my word, they're going to go side by side through the corkscrew. That is just not going to end well by the looks of it. Somehow, nobody comes to blows. We're up to P12, and we're just going to hold it. As there's a car out wide, we go a little bit wide. But as we come towards the final corner to end this first lap of the race, we're just going to try and get a good run off this final corner. And we're going to be side by side as we go across the line. We're going to have the outside line into turn 1. We use quite a lot of push to pass there. And we're going to dive to the inside. Can we get the move done? The Arrow Schmidt-Peterson car. Just got in our way there, or else I think we could have executed that overtake. So we remain in P12 for the meantime. Gain 5 positions on the opening lap, so can't be too disheartened about that. And now we're just going to settle into the rhythm of this race. See what I mean about the AI? We're now at the end of lap 2, and we didn't manage to get a single position on that lap, despite getting 5 on the lap before. So it really does settle into a rhythm after one lap, the racing here, which is why it's so difficult to make your way up the field without qualifying. When you started in 17th place, you've got a hell of a lot of overtaking to do in just a 5-lap race. We're really not even close to the car ahead. I think it's 6.5 tenths of a second. But we were quick last lap up to the corkscrew. So maybe try and get a move done on the exit of there. If we can get a good run through here. We basically stopped through there. Killed all of our momentum. And once again, very difficult to even advance on P12 as we get sort of overtaken on the inside there. But there was a car that went wide. That's what I was more concentrating on. It was the Arrow Schmidt-Peterson car, I think. So we're going to try and have a run at that into turn 1, but no, not even close in a straight line. About to start the final lap now. We're still close to the Arrow car ahead. But we seem so slow in a straight line compared to it. We're just going to have to go for a massive lunge down the inside. Everybody's going for all sorts of moves on this high aggression AI. And we just about get the move done, I think. Not my cleanest move, not my proudest overtake. But in this game, you've just got to send it, my friend. We're still not even in the points, though. Only the top 10 score points. And yeah, this has been very, very difficult to make my way up through the fields after that first lap. You know, when we were 1 lap into this race, I thought we were going to possibly be taking a podium position or something. But no, we're struggling for points. We're going to send it down the inside of the corkscrew. Everybody's so slow into that corner. We just about take advantage up into P10. Keep it clean through there. Could go for a lunge at this final corner for another position because the AI do seem quite slow through here as well. Again, a little bit of argy-bargy, not the cleanest of racing you'll ever see on this channel. But nonetheless, we take P9 in round number 3. That was a tough, tough race. Yeah, really not a lot of overtaking spots around Laguna Seca when you've got the AI sort of moving all over the place. But yeah, pretty fun. Actually quite enjoyed racing around that circuit. I feel like with a little bit more practice, I'd be able to do alright around Laguna Seca. But still, yeah, P9, we'll see what that does for the championship. I can't think who my title rivals are, to be honest. But this is what the podium is looking like. A British 1-2, which is good for the boys. And we actually moved down 1 position, but we're only 1 point off the lead. So victory at the Brickyard would take us the champion. Give us the championship even. So that's what we've got to do. That's the aim. Let's see what we can do in Indianapolis. Here we are then at the Brickyard for the final race of this Indy Championship. And like we did at the Texas Speedway, we're going to bump it all the way up to Legendary because we have 20 laps to make as many overtakes as we can around this circuit. This one's going to be tasty. I'm very, very much looking forward to this. I enjoyed our last oval race, which was a tri-oval around Texas. It was a little bit easy for my liking, but hopefully Indy can provide a little bit more of a challenge. So then, into the race we go. We've got a rolling start. All we need to do, is win the race and we win the championship. We'll also tick that second box on the left-hand side of earning 60 points in the championship if we can take victory. Remains to be seen if we can win the championship by 18 points, but all we can do is win. And now we go to the countdown for the start of the Indianapolis 50 by the looks of it, because we've got 20 laps around here. So, yeah, a tenth of the distance of the real thing. But it's going to be interesting to see whether we can just keep full throttle around here. Around Texas, we could just keep the throttle pinned for a whole lap. And it looks as if it's going to be the same around here. Right, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We're just going to try and keep it clean. It's a long race. There's no point in going for any sort of audacious moves. And already we've made a bit of contact. If that was a real-life Grand Prix, then, yeah, we probably would have had damage and maybe even been out of the race already. But fortunately, it's an arcade racer and we are still in the race. Gained 1 position by the looks of it on that opening lap because we're up to P16. But like I say, I'm just going to try and keep it clean. There's already contact on the outside, which gains us a whole host of positions. I think if we keep it clean, we've got a very good chance of taking victory here in Indy. Up to P12 we go, and we slip into the draft of the cars ahead. Ooh, more contact up ahead. There's someone in the wall. They just about keep it on the track by the looks of it, but obviously lose a bit of momentum. That's the thing around here. If you just glance a wall or have to lift off the throttle, you're going to have cars coming past you left, right and centre. So, yeah, that's going to be our main aim, I think, is to just sort of keep the momentum as it happens to a car up ahead. And there's debris flying everywhere on this track at the moment, as we had to get off the throttle there, which has lost us a position. But at least we're not on the wall. Oof. Keep it on the inside. Yes, we do. Up to P10 we go. It's a long race. Still 17 laps to go here. But that's a PB lap from ourselves. More contact up ahead. We have to get right out of the throttle there and get squeezed into the wall. That's going to lose us some positions, I feel, because we've lost about 20 or 30 miles per hour there. Fortunately, we don't actually. Maybe the cars behind got held up as well. So we haven't actually ended up losing too much in that collision. Still in P11. We could be able to get on the inside here. At the final, out of the final corner. We're not in any sort of draft though, so that position is going to have to wait for the meantime. There's another collision up ahead by the looks of it. We see a lot of tyre smoke. And oh my word, we avoid it all and go up into P7, possibly even P6. Yes, it is P6 for the meantime. Going to be side by side with the DHL liveried car. Oh, that's tight. That was tight. But we just about keep side by side. We've got to make sure not to be detached from this group of cars ahead, which is so easy to do as soon as you lose any sort of slipstream. We're still side by side. Oh, there's been a collision though. There's been a collision. And that has lost us P6 in this race. But fortunately not any more positions. And the gap behind is now 1.4. So, yeah, the group behind has become detached. I think just so long as we keep it pretty much in the right direction and don't lose too much momentum, we should have at least P7 in this race. But, of course, we're not content with that. We're going to go for some more positions. Oh, more contact. More contact. We'll have a couple more positions there, thank you very much. And then we go low side. Once again, side by side. And we're up to P5. Although there's a car on our inside here, so we may lose a position. Oh, we do, and we get touched by it as well. So it gets sent almost into the wall there. At least we're still attached to this top group. 7 laps in, 13 to go. Unlucky for some, hopefully not for us. Oh my word. Oh my word. This aggressive AI is just something else, honestly. We stood no chance there. Fortunately, damage is off and we actually ended up gaining out of that. So, yeah, up to P4. I guess it was a lucky lap. We've caught up with this leading group now. I don't want to go for any sort of bold moves because I don't want to ruin what I've got at the moment. So I'm just going to stick in the slipstream. We're not even at halfway distance in this race. We're detached from the group behind. So, yeah, just going to wait until the final few laps. And not bother about going for any sort of audacious lunges at this stage of the race. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. I say that and I go down the inside of 2 cars and then collide with the rear wing by the looks of it. We've still got ours on our car somehow. It looks as if a lot of cars are just rocking the no rear wing at the moment. But P2, maybe down to P3 as we go into this corner. We are. Maybe even P4. It is indeed P4. Oh my God. Pretty much 4 wide here on a run into turn 1. We lead at the end of lap 12. I don't think we are for long though, because we were very, very low into that corner. And we get pushed out wide once more. And sure enough, down to P2, but that's fine. We've got plenty of laps left. We don't need to worry about our position really until the final lap, even final corner of this race, because we're in a good position to take victory here at Indy. Right, you join me with 3 to go, and it is a 5-way battle for the win here at Indy. We go low side into turn 1 and up to P3. It looks as if it's Pagenaud's car in the lead, followed by, I think that's Rosenqvist's car in second. And then it's ourselves in P3 in Joseph Newgarten's car. Well, this is going to be a tasty final couple of laps. It's just been exchanging positions for the whole second half of this race. I don't know who is going to win this. Hopefully we can nick it on the line. But it's going to be tough as there's another car coming straight through the middle now. No, we're not going to go 3 wide. We can't go, or maybe even 4 wide. A little bit of contact with Rosenqvist's car there, but we're just going to stick behind. As it now looks as if it's just a 4-way battle, so one of the cars has dropped off. 1.5 laps to go. Let's go, come on. We're back up to 5th gear. We've regained our momentum after that bit of contact. But we've got a car on our inside. And this really is a 4-way battle for the race win here at Indy. This is it, the final lap, the final 2.5 miles or whatever it is around this famous brickyard. We're going to go low. We're going to go to the inside. Let's see what we can do. Up to P2. Come on, 3 corners to go. Just going to stay behind Rosenqvist. We don't want to get drafted. We want to be doing the drafting. There's someone on my inside. Into the final 2 turns. What's it going to be? We're 3 wide. 1 corner to go. What can we do? Come on. Come on. Are we going to do it? On the run to the line. I don't think it's going to be quite enough. It's going to be P2 by the looks of it. We're side by side. What is it? We've won the championship, apparently. It's P2 in the race. Oh, that must have been so close. But my God. I know there was a bit of argy-bargy during that race, which, you know, in the real Indy 500, that sort of stuff just wouldn't fly. But for an arcade racer, that was very enjoyable, actually. One of the most enjoyable Indy races I've done, personally. I'm not a big sim racer, so if you are, then that probably would have looked horrific and you wouldn't want to do that. But for a casual racer, that was a good bit of fun. Enjoyed that. Oh my God, what a race that was. And by the looks of it, the car that has won is the number 59, I think. And I believe that is Max Chilton's car. We've gone full circle. We have gone full circle. I go into IndyCar and it's an XF1 racer that ends up beating me. Max Chilton of all people as well. Unbelievable. But yeah, they can see it was 2/100ths of a second was the difference. The top 4 separated by less than 1/10 of a second. Unbelievable. Really enjoyable race. And there you can see our battered and bruised car on the podium. I think it's Simon Pagenaud's car that took P3, I think. I'm not brilliant on IndyCar. I do watch it a bit, but not as good as like Formula E and F1. So please correct me if I'm wrong. But in terms of the championship, we have done it. We've won by 5 points. We've snatched it at the last minute from, it looks like Felix Rosenqvist's car. So it was a car that we were battling right to the end. So yeah, really happy to have got that done. And that is it. I believe that is it. So thank you guys for tuning in to this IndyCar series. Let me know down below what you want to see me do on Project Cars 3. I'm thinking of doing the Formula X Championship next, which is like Formula 1 on steroids, basically. So smash a like if you enjoyed this. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.